Hello, mamas, and welcome back to another episode of Motherhood is Ghetto. My name is Joy, and it's Friday. It's Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all the veteran mamas out there. And the weekend is here. The weekend is upon us. Let me just be transparent with y'all real quick. So I have been trying all evening to record this podcast for y'all. And I've been having audio issues. Like when I recorded two whole episodes, y'all, of this same episode. I recorded it twice. And both times the audio was crap. So I was like, I gotta figure this out. Like, I can't give up. Like, I done went downstairs because my husband has like a little recording studio set up downstairs. So I'm downstairs in his stuff trying to get his microphones all his stuff is still intricately set up just the way he left it before he passed. So I don't know what wires do what. I don't know what I'm looking at. So I'm starting to get frustrated because I know it's been like over a week now that I've posted an episode and I really wanted to get this episode out. And of course my husband was my sound guy, and he's not here to help me. So I started getting frustrated. I had created this new graphic to post on Instagram with the episode. My feelings were hurt. So I was trying to troubleshoot some stuff and then I was ready to give up. I was like, well, maybe I should just buy a new microphone. But I didn't want to do that because my husband bought me the microphone that I'm using. And it's just, I'm not trying to get rid of nothing right now. I'm not trying, I'm just not trying to get rid of it. So I'm sitting here, I'm going on YouTube, trying to read some stuff. I grabbed the user guide for the actual microphone. I'm trying to read. I'm changing settings in my computer. And then I hear his voice just say, restart that motherfucker. So I'm like, why don't I try to restart the computer and just unplug everything? So I unplugged the microphone, I restarted the computer twice and turned it back on, fired it up, tested it with the microphone. Perfect audio. So, babe, thank you. And thank you for not letting me give up like I normally would. My husband was always a person, he would never give up. If he couldn't figure it out, by hook or crook, he was going to have it figured out no matter what it took. And I was ready to throw my hands up and just go somewhere, Target or somewhere, and buy me a new microphone tomorrow. And I just heard his voice say, restart that motherfucker. Because that's exactly what he would say. And that's what I did. And now it's working. So, hello, mamas. Hello. Today is a very special episode because I have a very special guest on today's episode. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about what this episode is going to be about today. Motherhood in general, we're always I won't say always, but we always try to find the best ways to communicate with our children, to open up dialogue about certain things and just get the conversation going and always maintaining that communication with our children. So one morning I was scrolling through Instagram and I was thinking about, me and my husband have these couples conversation cards, and we would use the cards I bought the cards so that way we could use them for at home date nights and stuff. But the cards are just, they ask relationship questions and stuff like that, like questions you can ask your partner, your husband, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. And it's to help, ask those questions that may not have been asked in the relationship yet. And it's just a communication builder, So I was thinking that morning, I was like, gosh, I wish they had something like that for parents, like a conversation card deck that parents can use to talk with their children and their kids can ask questions and, we can ask questions to them. And I was thinking, I was like, that'd be really great if they had something like that for me and the kids. And so I'm scrolling through Instagram and not even 60 seconds later, y'all, I scroll past this page and it's exactly that. So the page that I found on Instagram is called ABC Conversations, and they have a conversation deck called Mother Daughter Conversation. And I was like, oh my God, like this is exactly what I was thinking. So I went ahead and DM'd them on their Instagram page, and I was like, I was just thinking about, I wish they had a conversation deck for parents to use with their kids, and like your page just showed up. And I was telling them that I really love the idea. I love the concept. And at the time, they didn't have a link up. And I was like, when it's available to purchase, like I would love to purchase a deck. So they hit me back. They sent me a link to purchase. So I purchased it right away. This is the first time we're actually using. Well, this is the first time we're using it today. Now pause. Remember those audio issues I was telling y'all about? So we tried recording this twice. We went through some cards on the deck first, and we tried to record this twice, but the audio was so messed up. So what we're going to do is the cards that we already went through that the audio was messed up on, we're just going to come back to those cards in a later episode, and we're going to start where we left off. Again, these cards are ABC mother-daughter conversation deck, and so each card has each letter of the alphabet. So we had left off on the letter T, so that's where we're gonna start today. My special guest today, of course, is my beautiful, talented, smart, funny daughter, Genesis. Say hey, Genesis.
Hi.
And we are going to be going through some of the cards. We're going to go through like 5 of them. And we're going to go through them, go through the questions on there, and we're going to have a little conversation, a little connection session, if you will, and share with you guys, because I think this deck is awesome. I'll put the link to the deck in the show notes, and I'll also put a link to the relationship deck that me and my husband used to use, just in case you want something to do with your partner or something that you guys can do for date nights and stuff. I thought that it was really helpful. My husband liked it too. So I'd be more than happy to share that link. It's not by the same people. It's not the same company, but it's kind of the same idea. So before we get into the cards, let me read to you an intro to the cards and how the cards are used. It says, these cards are meant to spark conversation between mothers and daughters, but do not have to be used exclusively for a biological mother and daughter. To use these cards, you can go in order of the alphabet or randomly choose your card. The person who pulls the card can both ask and answer the question. Take your time when using the cards. They are meant to be an enjoyable experience. This deck was created by 2 lovely women named Destiny and Myra. So we're going to get into it. So Genesis, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, she's yawning, y'all. She tired, y'all. She didn't even go to school today. But okay. So go ahead and read the first one. We're starting with the letter T, y'all.
Okay. Trust. Has there ever been a time when I broke your trust? If so, how can I earn it back?
Ooh, a time where you broke my trust. Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh. Well, what I'll say is that whatever it was, you've earned my trust because I trust you today. I would have to say it was probably when you had that bus incident. When you missed the bus and you got in the car with a stranger, which I've talked about on the podcast. If you go back a couple episodes, it's the first story time episode where I talk about that. Yeah, I think that that's a time when you broke my trust because I trusted you, if there was something wrong, to contact me and not be irresponsible and get in the car with a stranger. Um, I do feel like that was very irresponsible of you to do that. However, I know we've talked about it and, we're good now and I know that you won't ever do that again. But at the time, I just felt like, gosh, like how could she do that? Like we've talked about this before. So it made me feel like I couldn't trust you to, you know, be a big girl. Like I have to watch you and like make sure you get on the bus every morning. Like, and I think that you're old enough and you're capable enough. But at that time I was thinking that maybe you weren't and I couldn't trust you. But you, of course, you've earned that trust back because you've been doing amazing. You've been being very responsible, especially, since daddy has passed. You've really stepped up and really been responsible, looking after your brothers and stuff like that and taking care of business. So I appreciate that for sure. Did you want to answer the question? Is there a time where I ever broke your trust?
No.
No?
No.
You sure? All right. Then we're winning. We're doing something good. All right. So what's the next card? S?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is self-love. What are ways that you practice self-love?
I don't know.
You don't practice or you don't know?
I don't know.
Well, do you mind if I answer for you?
Sure.
I think a way that you practice self-love is when you're doing your drawing. Like when you're drawing, because that's something you like to do. It's not forced. And whenever you feel like doing it, like you just kind of do it and you're proud of your drawings and it makes you feel good. Self-love is doing something that just makes you feel good. It's not for anyone else but you. And I think your art does that for you. And that is a way to show self-love to yourself, is doing the things that you like to do. Cool? Okay. What is it? You can read it out loud.
Yeah, it reflects on the time and it just says fill in the blank.
Okay, so the card is our reflect on a time and it's got a blank, so it's fill in the blank. So tell me about a time. Just reflect on any time. Tell us a little story.
What do you mean?
Just reflect on any memory you might have. Anything.
Reflect on a time
Like a birthday or a first day of school or a day at school. Like anything. Reflecting is just thinking about a memory. You got nothing? Okay, so we're going to skip that one, y'all. We're going to skip that one. So
Next one is Q.
Q is the next one. So I feel like I'm talking too much. So I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay. What
are consistent ways we can spend quality time with one another?
Maybe.
Consistent ways we can spend quality time.
What is consistent?
Consistent means keep doing it all the time.
Maybe write in our journals, our grief journals. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to be more consistent with that? Us writing in our journals together?
Yeah.
Like how consistent? You want to do journals with me every day or once a week or every other day?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
You just want to do the grief journals or do you want to do like any kind of journaling?
Any kind of journaling. I don't have.
Okay. Well, we could do that. I'm okay with that. And we can be consistent with it. I'll set an alarm on my phone just like I have an alarm for like bedtime. And then that'll be our time like when we journal. Okay. What's the next one you have?
Positive. Tell me something positive about your day today.
Ooh, something positive about my day today was the fact that I got to work from home today because it was a holiday and I didn't have to go to the freaking office. Amen, amen.
Nice.
and also to fixing the microphone.
Okay.
That was great. I loved it.
You were so happy.
All right. So what's next? Do we got another card?
It's.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. I think
Or you
we
want
should-
to do one more?
Yeah, we should put like maybe 2 more because the R one.
Okay.
So let's do 2 more.
2 more. Okay. So we would be
Let's see.
we would
It
be
would be
on
N and M.
O.
N and M.
No.
Yeah. O and M. O and N.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the next one is
O.
O for oppositional.
What?
Name topics we have strong opposing thoughts on. So opposing means opposite.
A.
So do you know of any topics we think opposite about?
Like, and okay, let's see.
I can think of one, but like I want you to answer. Is there something that we don't agree on?
Spaghetti.
What, man? Spaghetti? What? I don't argue with you about spaghetti. If you don't want to eat it, then you're just gonna be hungry. Like, what you want me to do? Like, if I make spaghetti, that's what we eating. What I mean, like, what's the what's the opposition? You think that do I try to force you to eat it? Okay, well, okay, y'all, we gonna go with that. We gonna go with that. And then the second part of the question was, how can we be respectful of each other's opposing thoughts? So you say that we have differences about the spaghetti. How can I be more respectful of your thoughts on spaghetti?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Would you rather I just never make spaghetti
I
again?
used to know the boys would be so disappointed. They'd bust out in tears.
I don't know if they bust out
They
in
would bust out
tears
in tears.
necessarily, but I don't know, but
Maybe do it twice a week. Do it twice a week.
spaghetti twice a week? No, because every time I cook spaghetti, there's always leftovers, so we don't want to cook that twice a week.
Yeah, because you just want,
Maybe once a month.
you really want to eat spaghetti once a month.
I don't mind eating spaghetti at all, period. It's you that has the problem with spaghetti. But anyway, we digress, y'all. We digress. You can go ahead and read the next one is N.
Nature. What is something we can do in nature together?
Something we can do in nature together?
Yes.
Wow. I'm not really an outdoorsy person, but I know you guys like to go to the park a lot. I've always wanted to go to like a garden with you guys, I think one of these hotels out here has a like an indoor or outdoor botanical garden or something like that. I've always wanted to do stuff like that with you guys because if I'm going to be out in nature, I want to see like pretty things. I want to see like vibrant colors and, smell the flowers or the plant or whatever it is. Like, so I think probably something like that, but I don't mind, going to the park with you guys and stuff like that and being outdoors. I'm just not a real outdoorsy type nature person. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the last question.
We're almost done.
It's the letter M, motherhood. What do you value about me as your mother? What do you value about me as your mother?
What do you mean value?
Like, what do you find, value means like to appreciate it, like, and to cherish it. So, like, and it's something worth a lot. So, what do you value the most? Like, what means the most to you about me being your mom?
Your delicious cooking.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
It's not. It's not a lie. Your cooking is good.
Are you sure?
Okay, I'll be serious. What do I value?
Yes, what do you value about me as your mother? Okay, I think the word value is tripping her up. So let's kind of change that word. What do you enjoy most about me being your mom?
Okay. What I enjoy most about you being my mom is getting to do fun things with you and the boys and everyone else. And also having a mother to always take care of me, so I know that like she's there and I can trust you.
Okay. All right. That's value. It's something that means a lot to you. Like, in that is valuable. So, like a phone is valuable. So that's what that word value means. It's something that's precious to you and that's worth a lot to you. So, but I appreciate that. Thank you, Princess.
Yeah.
I do my best for you. You already know. So guys, we got through some more of the cards. We will do this again on another episode. We'll go through more until we get through the alphabet. And then we'll revisit the cards that we tried to do earlier when the audio was jacked up. We'll revisit that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at motherhood_is_ghetto so we can keep the conversation going. Thank you again to ABC Mother-Daughter Conversation Deck for creating this. Like, this is amazing. I love this. I think that this is a great tool for any parent, any mom, or like the deck suggests, any mother-daughter type relationship. If you're looking to open up dialogue around certain topics, and kind of build that connection. So again, I'm going to put the link to these cards in the show notes of the episode. And I'm also going to put a link to the relationship conversation deck that me and my husband were using too. Again, they're not from the same people, the same company, but I feel like if, I feel like that they may help someone out there that's listening. So thank you again for listening in today. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. And until next time, mamas, say bye, Genesis.
Bye.